Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So if you remember back a couple of weeks ago, I got a Cricut Mystery Box and in that I got some infusible ink. I'm dying to give it a try, so let's go ahead and do it together. Okay, so to start off with, we need to open up Design Space. So Design Space used to be a web-based kind of thing. It's now an app that you download to your computer, so whether it's on Mac or PC, they can get hold of it. So if you've got a Cricut, you'll probably have Design Space all sorted out already. Then we're just going to go in here and we're going to go to Images. And I'm going to grab one that is this moon and stars kind of one, which it was on the home page and now it's gone. There it is. So I want this one here. And I'm going to go Insert Image. So that's going to put it on my actual computer for a second. Then what we're going to do, we're going to jump back into real life just for a sec. I'm going to move this over. I'm going to grab my tote bag. So if you saw my video the other day when I did my unboxing of the Cricut Mystery Box, you would have seen that I got this one. So I'm just going to grab my ruler and we're just going to measure how big we sort of want this. So the bag itself, seam to seam, is like 34 by 36. Obviously my ruler's not that big. I don't want it to be that big. So I think I'm going to do it 20 by 20 and that way I know it'll fit and I can put it right in the middle. So I'll go back to the screen. You just make this 20 by 20. You can either resize it by dragging this or just put it in the size thing at the top. And because this is a square, it'll resize it to the way it's supposed to be. So then I'm going to go and hit Make It. I'm just going to have it like that. I'm going to turn the mirror on because we're going to be using the infusible ink and we have to use mirror for that. And then go Continue. It's going to find my machine, which is turned on and just over to my left. So I'm just waiting for it to find it. And then we're going to go into Browse All Materials. We're going to scroll down to, I think it's under Infusible. That's fabric. And a lot of it. Felt, foam, iron-on. Here we go. So we want the Infusible ink. Infusible ink transfer sheet. So we click that one. We go Done. Now it'll say here, make sure your mirror is turned on and the material is inked side up. So we're going to go ahead and put the actual sheet onto a mat. So we'll grab the mat in and the ink. Oh, this is scary. So this is rainbow. So this is going to be a rainbow moon, which I'm sure is not right, but I think it'll look cool. We get to take it out of its bag. Oh, this is actually really scary. Okay, I'll take it out of its bag. So we've got here, oh okay, later. So we've got one that's a rainbow sheet and then one that's kind of this watercolor washy blue kind of one. So I want to use the rainbow one. Oh, that looks so cool. So we're going to stick this down and it needs to be ink side up. So to me, ink side up means it goes that way. So it's going to stick this down. And it's going to be difficult because it has been rolled up. So you just have to try and get it as straight as you can. And then we can load the tools and material and we can hit Go. I'm going to load this in. We've loaded it in and we're going to hit Go. Bring this back in here. We're going to weed it. So we've got, I'm just going to do just this little bit. So you can use obviously the other bits of it. So I'm just going to pull this off the mat. Now I always find with the mats it's easier to roll it like that. And I'm just going to cut around it so that I can use some of these little scrap bits. So I'm sure I'll find other things to use this for if this works. Oops. Okay. So then I'm just going to use my tweezers for this, so we're going to weed this out. So I'm going to get rid of the bits that we don't want to be on it. So I'm trying to remember what it looked like. So we want to pull out the moon, so we're keeping the circle. Okay. Sometimes it takes me a second to work out what I'm doing. So we're just going to weed that out. Now you could keep this, as far as I'm aware, you could use it to on the other side, like if you want to keep the out crops. I do have a weeder and everything, I just don't know where they are right now, so we'll just do it this way. So I'm just peeling them off. It's actually really easy to weed this. It's really solid, like it feels really solid. It feels like, I'm trying to explain what it feels like. It kind of feels like cardboard, which I'm sure is not, I don't know, it's just, it feels like a really different kind of product. Okay, so we're pulling it all up. There we go. And that's going to not roll up quite as badly now, but it'll go on like that. So that'll be the way that it looks. Okay, so now that we've got that all cut and ready to go, the next thing we need to do is get our surface ready. So I'm grabbing in the tote bag again. Now what I've done is on the inside, I've I've cut out a bit of cardboard that's just the same size as this, and that's because I don't have an easy press, like a proper Cricut one. All I've got is a heat press that I used when I was making all my bags and stuff for the advent calendar. So what I'm going to do is use that, and hopefully this works. If it doesn't, I'll blame that. Now the other thing I don't have, which is ridiculous because I do have one, I just can't find it, is a lint roller. And because I don't have a lint roller or can't find my lint roller, I'm going to make my own lint roller because I just need to make sure that there's no little bits stuck on here. So I'm just grabbing some thick masking tape. Sticky tape would do, and if at a pinch, if you need to, just use washi tape, but this will be fine. This is actually my favourite kind of transfer tape. So I'm just sticking that on my little water bottle here, and I'll just rub that along. It's going to do the same job that the lint roller would have done. It's just obviously I can't find it, so this will do. And that's just to take off anything that might be stuck, and especially in this house there could be anything stuck like dog hair or things like that. So then we're going to move over to my easy press. It's not an easy press, it's a heat press. I'm going to move over to my heat press and we're going to get through the next bit. Okay, so now we're going to work in our little heat press. Now I've got the cardboard in here. I don't know if I need the cardboard in here for this first bit anyway, but we're going to give it a shot and work with the cardboard the whole time. So the first thing we need to do is prepare this to take the transfer. So what we're going to do is put a piece of butcher's paper down. This comes in the pack, so you don't have to have any, and just have it all covered. And we're going to put this down, which mine's not going to sit down because it's too thick for it. So I'm just going to hold this down for a bit. So I'm just warming up the fabric, and that way it's going to take the ink a lot easier. So I've had that first one down for about 20 seconds. I'm going to have this one down for about the same amount of time. So now that's nice and flat, no wrinkles or anything, and all ready to take the transfer. So then we're going to bring the transfer in. Now if you were using a Cricut Easy Press, you could just use the instructions on that. It will tell you exactly how long for and exactly what temperature. I obviously don't have one, so I'm kind of working on my own just a little bit. So it has rolled up and got stuck, because of course it has. Okay. So I'm going to roll this out. I'm going to stick it down this side, and I'm going to get that in the spot I want it. And because that's got a little bit of stickiness to it, I'm just going to smooth it out. Put the butcher's paper back on top. Now it says to do it at 190 degrees, this is Celsius by the way, for 40 seconds. Now like I said, I haven't got a timer, I haven't got a heat thing, so I'm just going to have a guess at it and see how we go. I'm going to push this down, I'm going to hold it there for 20 and then let it up and then put it down for another 20 because I'm pretty sure I've got this lower than 190. Alright, so there's your 40 seconds. That hasn't transferred over. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold it down again. And we're going to hold it down for the same amount of time. Another 20, check it, and then try again. I don't think that's right. I'm going to try something. I've already messed this side up. There's nothing that I can do about that now. So I'm going to line that back up again. I'm not far off. If I'm far off, it's not by much. I'm going to hold this down for a little bit longer. See that the colour looks much better. So I'm going to try and pull this up. Oh. I'm going to leave it for a little bit longer. I'm going to do another lot of the exact same of what I just did. So I'm just lining this up again. We're going to go again one more time. Okay. I'm going to bring this back over here. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got. Now we know that I messed that up, so that's okay. But, just letting it cool down a little bit. Because it's already been pulled up, I'm just kind of going to go with this. Now I can see there's still ink left on here, so I probably could have pushed this down a little bit more. But that's sort of what I end up with. And it's like, we know it's not perfect because I've made some boo-boos in that. By the way, that cardboard did a really good job. That's what the spots are. Okay, so I know for next time, don't use it with something spotty. But that's the bag we end up with. Now, it's not perfect. I realised about halfway through that was actually supposed to be around the other way. But I don't think it matters. I think that's really cool. And what's really cool, really cool, so there's nothing come through the other side. And that's actually infused into the material. That's really awesome. It's not stuck on it at all. It's actually in it. That's awesome. Damn it, now I want to make more stuff with infusible ink. That's really cool. And then obviously you could put a quote on the bottom, or you could just leave it like that. Whatever you want to do, but I really like that. And I actually think the spots and the imperfections of it make it that little bit more special. So I'm actually really happy with this. Let me know what you think though. If you've used infusible ink, please leave me your tips down below, other than get an easy press, because that's an obvious one. But I think if you're sort of just trying it out and you're not sure if you're going to like it, or you got the mystery box and you just want to give it a shot, I don't think that's the worst result I could have got. Oh, I'm so excited to try new things now. I've obviously got the offcuts of this, like if you wanted to stick these like around the outside, that would be cool. I'm actually just trying to think if I want to do that now. Maybe. I think it would take too long now. No, I don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to leave those off, and I can always try for something else. Now, like I said, I'm not an expert on this whatsoever. This is the first time I've ever done this. I wanted you guys to see my first attempt, and then you guys can let me know. And if you're interested in seeing more, you can let me know on that too. Please leave it down below if you are. Please let me know what I did wrong, if I did do anything wrong, and give me some tips, because I definitely love to learn. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this project. It's not perfect whatsoever, but for a first attempt, I'm pretty happy. So we'll leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to be subscribed and follow me on all of my socials. Hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!